This is a HeadGum podcast.
Whoa, it's Thursday, and we already are back on our word.
Honestly, we're fucking trash. We can't keep... That's a theme of 2017. We're not keeping anything that we say.
I know. Don't take any of this. No, I'm just kidding. Also, Chris is going to sound, like, quite gravelly today, because he's still getting over his little cold.
Yeah, my voice went gone girl, like, halfway through today.
Also, you might hear a dog barking, because...
We're going to get into that.
Yeah, so just, it's part of the vibe. A very frazzled, gravelly episode with a lot of barking.
So this is a Coffee with Rachel, and I'm Chris.
And I'm Rachel. And so last week or something, we were like, yo, guys, sorry to disappoint, but we're only going to do one episode a week because we thought that we would be, like, too busy to make it happen with the 2 a week. And then I just hated it. I felt empty.
That, like, if something happens on, like, Monday or Tuesday, we don't want to wait until Sunday to talk about it.
Yeah, I like our schedule.
I feel like I sound so weird, but, we're just going to roll with it.
It's husky, I must say. Like, she's not...
I'm going to be listening back to this and be like, oh my god, what was happening?
Yeah. So, we're going to go back to our Thursday, Sunday. So, I hope you enjoyed that little
1 week of just not having one,
We tweeted about it, and people seem to be very excited that we already turned our backs on it. So,
which, I would really recommend following our Twitter if you have one, because that's where we, post updates about anything, really.
Yeah,
like, if we're going to miss an episode for some reason, or if it's going to be late or whatever, that's where we tell all the details.
Yeah, so it was very motivating, I'm not going to lie, to see everyone being like, oh my god, yay, when we said that we were going to go back. So, thanks for all the love. We really felt it yesterday or whenever we tweeted that. So, we're back. It's Thursday.
Here. And let's talk about this fucking coffee that we're having.
Yeah, so this is from Travis.
Yes.
And this is the 8 o'clock mint chocolate, or chocolate
8 o'clock, really throwing it back.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I've had this type of coffee before in my life. But let me just say, it smells incredible. It tastes good.
She's a mint.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a thin mint, vibe.
Yo, speaking of thin mints, they're vegan. Just found out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who knew so many Girl Scout cookies were vegan?
The only one I'm upset about that's not is the Caramel Delights, or Samoas, I think they're normally called.
Yeah, they changed it somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's like the more modern version of Caramel Delight.
Well,
but Lemonades is also vegan, and those are, absolutely my top favorite Girl Scout cookies. So if any of you guys want to hook us up with some Girl Scout cookies, have us buy through, your grandkid or whatever the fuck, hit us up, email us. We'll absolutely buy, your niece's cookies.
Yeah, exactly. We will, sell out their fucking stock. Yeah. That's, the greatest news ever, just knowing that those cookies are vegan. Fantastic.
I know. Even the chocolate ones, so that's the most exciting. Also, peanut butter ones, peanut butter patties. They're not really my cup of tea. They're too peanut buttery for me, but I know they're, a fan fave.
I like them.
Yeah.
You know me and peanut butter. I like them. Oh my god, I gotta talk about my nut experiment later.
That could go a different way.
Oh my god. Well, I'll explain, but what else did Travis send us?
Oh, yeah, so the best thing we've probably ever received in the P.O. Box, which I know I say daily, a signed Guy Fieri cookbook. Okay?
That's money, That
you're not
is
wrong.
money.
Capital T...
Tender.
Capital L literature. You're not wrong. So, very exciting. We haven't made anything from it, but, we probably will. We'll try to, probably veganize some shit, but... can you imagine us doing a video when I finally come back to YouTube? It's just a Rachel Cooks, and we just do a page of Guy Fieri's cookbook. Also,
with Guy Fieri.
That's the dream, bitch.
Yep.
A lot of people drag me for actually pronouncing his name correctly. It's sorry, I'm on a different level than you.
If you listen to the beginning of Triple D, you hear him say, "I'm Guy Fieri."
Yeah, I'm not just, being a weirdo. I'm just trying to say it how the man himself, intended to say it. So, I know he changed his name, though. His name was, Bob Smith before. So, he had to change it up. Actually, I kind of want to, look up what it was.
Oh, my God. Well, while you're doing that, I'll tell you a little bit about the experiment that I held on Twitter, because it was just spur of the moment. I wanted to find out what is everybody's favorite type of nut.
Yeah.
So
where did this come from?
I don't know. It just came out of fucking... I just was like, I want to make a poll, but I have no idea what about. So I just said, like, what's your favorite nut? And it's... I forget what all my choices were, but the first round, it was the cashew that won.
I'm surprised by that. Like, the cashew was literally just like an elbow of nothing.
It was like peanuts and almonds and walnuts and cashews. Cashews won out of that, and then
I would have picked walnut.
I did a second round, and it included pistachios and pecans and hazelnuts and... I forget what else was the last one, but pistachios won from that. And I was like, all right, what's the final showdown? Cashews versus pistachios. It was a close battle.
Who won? I missed
Pistachios won.
Well, duh. They have flavor. Like, I don't know. Maybe these vegans are making, like...
Yeah, the cashew sauces and stuff.
Like, they're versatile. I'll give them that. But, like, pistachio. Let's be real. Okay, his name is Guy Ramsey Ferry. So he, like, tried to make it Italian or something. Maybe he is Italian, but...
Probably.
Actually, no, he's literally just, like, from California. So. But, you know... Oh, wait, just kidding. He's from Ohio, so, like, absolutely just killing it here.
I love it. That fits perfectly.
Oh, it's his... Never mind. It's actually his family's original surname. His great-grandfather was Giuseppe. So, like, okay.
Oh my god, Giuseppe Salvatore,
Giuseppe Fieri. Fieri.
Wow.
So,
the more you know about our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Now that we're done with the origin story of Guy Fieri.
Oh shit, I didn't do a coffee fact.
Yeah, I was going to say, you really need to, like, give us the knowledge here, Pitch.
So I found this article that was, like, based off a number of factors, like the number of coffee shops and, like, the price and how many people live there. What are the top cities to live in for coffee lovers?
Okay.
And so I'll give you the top 5 because they have, like, a whole bunch.
Is this from the whole world or just America?
This is America.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's probably like Italy.
No, yeah. But if you had to guess in America, what's number 1?
Seattle?
Seattle, Washington.
Whoa, who was shocked?
Not me.
We didn't just, like, love to move here just for that reason alone.
So Seattle's number 1. New Orleans is number 2.
We've gotten coffee from there before.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of coffees from there, and a lot of them are the chicory coffees. Those are really, really good.
Yeah, I would totally visit and try all the food and all the coffee.
Yep. 3rd is Portland.
Okay.
4th is San Francisco.
Okay.
You know,
Still haven't been there yet.
Those tech nerds need their coffee. You know what I'm saying? And then 5th is Oakland.
Oakland.
Yeah. Interesting. So mostly West Coasters.
Yeah, we know what to do.
Although it was
a nice bean.
Surprisingly, number 18 was New York, but New York has like over 8,000 coffee shops in it.
Well, duh. There's like 8 billion people there.
I know.
They're all
like just New York City, not the state. Just,
yeah.
So
Manhattan.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Manhattan, she's going to be underwater.
Oh my god, we watched an Inconvenient Truth last night.
I feel like I had actually never seen it before, which is wild. Because I remember at that age, I was like a pro-Gore person when he was running for president, and my family was definitely not happy about it. Same with John Kerry, which I know there's like flop tendencies there, but you know,
as a whole, you know,
I was just like, get that Dem. You know, I like, because my grandma was part of like the Republican committee of Pennsylvania. And yeah, gross. And I came home one day and I visited her because she lived like around the corner.
Who were they really good friends with? Who's that one dude that ran
Rick Santorum.
Rick Santorum. I know. Yeah.
And I had a John Kerry button that I had gotten at school, and she was not happy, to say the least. So I don't know, starting off at a young age, trying to be shaking it up there.
I guess we'll just dive into the political things that have happened. We got to talk about this kind of stuff.
I know. It's just been a week of even more and more upsets.
Let's talk about the cool thing first, though, or not the cool thing, but like the better thing, which was Obama's farewell address. Yeah. We watched that, and you know, that was very touching. I got all these. My new favorite feature on Twitter is the mute conversation. Is whenever I tweet about like politics, and I won't even use people's names. Like, I still, it's just so frustrating. Not be named, you know. But I fucked up, and I used Obama's farewell, which was like the hashtag. Dumb. All the replies to it were like, I'm jacking off to your lib tears. You know? And I like immediately was like, oh, of course. So I just muted that conversation. And let me tell you, I've been blessed ever since. But I did cry, especially when he started talking about Michelle. Oh, man. God damn. This family. Yeah, they were so perfect. Everyone was freaking out. They were like, where's Sasha? And, like, I definitely was, like, wondering where she was. But, like,
Of course she had school. Like, it's, I mean, I get it. It's his last speech and everything, and it's probably, like, a huge moment and everything, but people were, like, acting like there was some huge scandal. I'm like, this bitch just has an exam the next day. Like, we all need to fucking chill. They're just looking for a reason to drag them so much. This is like when people try and pick out different things in a YouTube vlog. Like, oh my god, why is this person not there? Fuck. So, yeah, it was sad, but I feel like it sucks because I was feeling uplifted by it and like slightly hopeful, and then the next day I got it all turned off. I'm gonna miss that man speaking to me. I hope he continues to just like speak at different things, do public speaking. Yeah, because I'm gonna miss. You can tell he's still gonna be a big activist. Like you know he will be. I'm gonna miss the way he fucking conveyed his messages because damn, Trump has like 3 words in his dictionary and they're like great, amazing, and really. Yeah. The word really. Crooked, you know? Like, that's like, another one in there. I tried so hard when he was campaigning Trump to, like, not watch a lot of his speeches and rallies because I knew that they would be really frustrating and most of the time they were filled with a bunch of offensive shit. Yeah. And, like, I did watch his address, you know, his You know, first now address. That he's actually going to be our fucking president, I'm going to watch everything that he does. I'm gonna have to watch it. Because like, I want to stay informed on everything. I can't just, like, tune out. And it's history. Like, it's history. So this is historical, all right? It's just, like, I forget how bad of a speaker he is. And that's not even, like, that's scraping the surface of, like, the reasons why I'm so upset about this. But, like, you know, it's just one of the many reasons where I'm like, how did this even happen? How do people, like, watch interviews or speeches from him and compare them to any other person that has run? And just, like, on that alone, like, being able to convey a message through a normal sentence structure, like, it's just, he had to have, like, several people, like, speak for him. Yeah. Like, he had his lawyer up there, like, doing a whole thing, and of course she was very eloquent, and, like, it's just so sad. And I don't want to hear Mike Pence speaking more than him, just because clearly he's the one that knows how to fucking talk, because he's scary. Yeah. He's, like, he's got, like, scary Trump's ideas, but he knows how the political system works and stuff. God, yeah. So the past 48 hours have been just really a wild ride with that, and then also just, like, the CNN / BuzzFeed Golden Showers leak. Yeah, that But that also had to do with Russia, too. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting, like, the more important factor, but yeah, there was a bit of, like, he enjoys to be peed on. I mean, okay. That's, you know, that's something. I'm so glad I know that now. But so many takeaways from that presentation. He's going to control how the press talks about him. Yeah, he's literally not even taking questions from CNN, called them a fake news outlet. He was, like, bickering with news organizations at his address. The scariest one is that he is going to try and, like, control what the press sees and reports on and stuff like that. I know it's not going to be able to happen, I feel like, just because, like, the way social media and everything works and how... It's so much harder to control. Yeah, so it's one thing for that, but, like, that he's, like, trying to control that, and, like, he's dismissing a huge organization like CNN, which, like, I'm not gonna say CNN is my fucking favorite. Yeah, they fuck up constantly. But, like, still, they're now, I feel like they're gonna be, like, really attacking him, because, like, he just like called Vanity Fair. He called their entire organization fake news. Yeah. Like, that's just ridiculous. I can't believe that actually happened, all because we want to know if Russia had any impact on this election. And he does not deny in that Russia had any impact on this. Like, yeah, he refused to take the question. Yeah. Any question that he was asked, like, people were asking him, like, just straight up, what is your policy? What is going to be your new healthcare plan? Because, of course, we all know, or maybe some of us don't, that a lot of the people, including Paul Ryan, signed a thing today that's going to just kind of, like, put into motion the repealing of the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people don't know that they're the same thing. Oh my god. People were like, I don't have Obamacare, I have an ACA. We need to call it just ACA. We need to stop calling it Obamacare. I know, that's just, like, such a shit, like, it just automatically puts it into perspective, like, oh, if you don't like Obama, then you're not going to be for this. It's just the Affordable Care Act. It was signed by Obama. On that note, basically what I've seen the Republicans' plan is so far, because they don't have a replacement. They don't have anything. They're just going to get rid of it. And what their plan is that they're going to vote to get rid of it, but it will stay in effect until they have something new. So stupid. That is, like, the dumbest thing I can think of, because if you can't think of something that is
worthy enough as a replacement to this, then it should stay in effect until you have this solid plan that you know is like this, in their opinion, would be better.
Equal or better.
Yeah. Like, you can't just say, like, nah, fuck this, but, you know, we'll keep it around until we think of something better.
Did you see that if they repealed it, it would be, like, the top... I forget what exact percentage of the, like, America's richest people will get, like, a big tax break. And it was, like, $7 million. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. I mean, who is shocked, right?
God, and there's just...
That's why I don't understand why, like, you know, all these hardworking families and, like, middle America that are like, yeah, Trump's out here, like, fighting for us. Like, you really think that? Like,
he's really not. He is really
I don't understand. There have been Republican candidates that have tried to do that. Yes. And, like, I understand the mentality and, like, I get it. We all have different political views. But, like, you really thought that Trump was going to be vying for, like, the people that are just struggling to put food on the table? It's not really...
And then another thing was the whole conflict of interests with his fucking companies and stuff like that. And they didn't... Like, he is doing something in such a way that is not really negating that conflict of interest. And so they are... I think the lawyer said something along the lines of, like...
His sons are just going to be taking control of the company. It's not, like, being sold to someone else. He's like, oh yeah, I promise not to talk to them about it.
Just like bullshit.
Excuse me? Like, you also promised not to talk to, like, Vladimir Putin about, like, trying to rig the election, but, like, it's cool. Like, it's also fine.
I think
you really believe anything he says at this point? That's the thing. Like, I get it. A lot of politicians lie. But this is, like, I literally cannot... He'll get a report of something, and before it's, like, publicly announced to other people, he'll just be like, this is what it says, and it's completely false. Like, he just... Everything out of his mouth is untrustworthy. I don't understand how we're gonna fucking survive, to be honest.
I think that his lawyer said at some point that if it's the president, it's not a conflict of interest, which is just like a straight shadow of Nixon.
I know.
And the Watergate scandal. And that's
he's gonna have his own Watergate, and we're gonna be fucking shook when
honestly,
it
I feel like if things continue this way with how it's already fucking started off, I really feel like something could happen midway through his term where, like, we get fed up enough, hopefully, that...
Something could happen.
Yeah, because I already feel like people in the Senate and the Congress and everything, that they're already working really hard to, like, stop some things. Like, I fucking hate the guys and his policies too, but Marco Rubio is really grilling fucking Tillerson because...
As he should be. As everyone should be.
Fuck, I forget what... Oh, yeah, he refused to say... that the Russian military killing citizens in Aleppo was a war crime. He refused to classify that as a war crime. And Rubio was like, I find it deeply disturbing that you cannot say that this is a war crime.
And when Rubio finds it deeply disturbing, we're all fucking disturbed.
I know,
okay?
Right? And then Elizabeth Warren today, she was like vetting, I forget what the term is, vetting Carson, because he's doing something as well. And God, he was just... He refused to say that the things that he would support would not directly benefit Trump. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all a huge fucking mess.
It is. That's how I would classify it right now.
Everything is just completely up in the air. And I'm not trying to sound like dismal or like, you know, doomsday, but like, I am genuinely really worried. We all have to
fucking work harder.
And
getting the message out there that we need change. We need to fucking get off our asses and vote. We need to march. We need to call our representatives. I saw a lot of people were doing that today, and that's what I plan on doing tomorrow morning when I wake up. Yeah. And I just, it's, you know,
we have to start doing things, and that's why I like feel it's important that we need to talk about the stuff like here on the show and stuff like that, because we have a decent amount of you guys listening here. We want to make sure you guys are like educated and we can do everything that we can. I feel the Bincho community, we're strong, at least the American...
Our echo chamber.
The Binches that are in America that can, you know, be calling and acting on this stuff like that.
Yeah, especially if you're too young to vote and everything like that.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there's like a women's march. So, like, there's a big one happening in D.C. And, like, everyone's going to this. Of course, I cannot afford to go to D.C. And you guys know I have really bad anxiety with crowds and usually avoid, like, protests and things just because I'm so afraid of, like, things, you know, going awry. But I'm fucking marching because they're doing one in like other cities at the same time as the DC one, I think.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a big women's march, and they're doing it here in Seattle. And you bet your fucking ass that me and Chris are going to be there.
Yeah.
Because I'm done being. I mean, I'm not silent, but like I'm done not pushing myself because we need everyone to start getting uncomfortable and doing more.
I know it's a big challenge for you because of your anxiety and stuff like that.
But we got a nice group, so I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want to be there and do everything that I
can. And I want to be there. I want to, like, reflect on, because, I mean, I want to remember, like, being 24 and marching in the middle of downtown for women at this time where Planned Parenthood could possibly be gone. Like, that's also very scary to me. Which, of course, we all know this. Like, we know what the stakes are. We just need to do things. And, we
need to really support. I have one thing
we gotta really stay, need to do. Like, focused and not just let it all just be like, oh, it's a mess, so there's really nothing I can do. You can't be complacent in this time. Like, this is when the real change is going to happen because everything is looking so dismal, as you said earlier. So, like, we really need to fucking push ourselves.
We really need to support the press in this time. Like, I feel like the press
and the freedom of the press.
Yeah,
especially.
The press does some, dumb things sometimes. I'm not going to deny that, and it's all depending on the outlet.
It was CNN that had, like, the two football players. They were, like, regarding them as, like, nice football dudes that were rapists. Like, we get it. They're not perfect.
But, like, the press as a whole, that's, like, the foundation of our government. That's, like, the final check for our government. Like, we have the three separate parts, the judicial, fucking executive, and congressional, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then this is, like, the final check to keep everything
It's freedom of speech.
Line.
It's freedom of speech. And you have all of these, like, deer jerkies out there that are like, oh my god, you blocked me because I called you a racial slur. Freedom of speech. No, this is what we're fighting for.
Yeah.
This freedom of speech is what we're fighting for. Because it is scary to think that our president, or president-elect, as I don't even want to, nix that word in a moment, Also, speaking of that, so his inauguration is obviously coming up.
Yeah.
And I think have you been following, like, him desperately trying to get musical people?
It's hilarious. And I've seen some of the celebrities tweeting, like, just, like, their responses to being asked to do it.
It's incredible. I'm very glad that so many people, because I'm sure, I don't know if he was offering money for it. I'm assuming there is a business. Yeah. So I can only imagine just how much money he might be offering for that. So it's really very good to see so many celebrities not taking that. Also, it would, it's getting their eyes out there, of course. But, wasn't it Beyonce that did Obama's? So it's like, it's fucking crazy. And so he's had some flop people, like, come in and say that they were going to do it, like, randoms, and then they immediately, like, see a decrease on their iTunes charts, so they, like, drop out. Now he's got the I guess it might be the world, I don't know, the biggest cover band for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
The B Street.
And it is, like, the most flawless thing to have ever happened. Like,
that's fantastic.
First of all, fuck that band. I'm surprised that the boss isn't out here being like, fuck you can't use my songs or my name anymore.
Because damn well they're going to be like, born in the USA. Wow, original.
Listen to the lyrics, bitch. He's such a Democrat, too. He goes on these, like, political rants in his concerts.
He refused to play, was in North Carolina.
Yeah, because of the bathroom bill. Yeah. He refused to play there. And I was just like, fuck yeah. And so I'm surprised he hasn't, like, done something about this. But either way, I think it's hilarious that he can't even get a legitimate fucking
artist,
entertainer. He's got to get, like, the cover band. Like, no shade to, like, people that, like, make their entire careers doing that, but, like, you can't see the irony. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so
fucking
funny.
I mean, I will be watching that, and it really sucks because, like, I remember exactly where I was when I watched Obama's inauguration.
Oh god, and that was such a beautiful moment.
Such an extremely amazing historical moment.
To see the first black president being sworn in was just, like, crazy.
And it's going to be a harrowing fucking thing to endure seeing this. But I will be watching because I need to see it.
I swear to God, if he's at the inauguration with one of his fucking MAGA hats on, like...
Well, no. I mean, he gotta look professional.
I don't know. You know, he's turned everything on its head, so who knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
He, like, screams and yells at press during his, like, first presidential address, essentially. Like, you need to chill.
Basically, let's just wrap this up with saying that, you know, social media, we really need to be on the ball with this, too. I know it seems, like, kind of frivolous to be, like, tweeting and Facebook posting, and like it is like we need to get out and like do marches and stuff like that, and actually
calling our representatives
and things. But it's also really important
and donating to these organizations too, like Planned Parenthood.
Yeah,
if you have the money and the means to do so.
But social media is like the new form of media to help expose these things. Like, I think we were watching the documentary The 13th.
Yes, and great documentary though, guys.
Fantastic
you should absolutely watch that. It's on Netflix.
God, that was so good. But they were talking about like just when it came to civil rights, it was like first when the photographs were first coming out, like photographs were first a fucking thing.
Yeah,
like that really helped people in the newspapers see the violence against black people that was happening, and
it was like it had to shock people.
Yeah,
so that they would be like, "Oh, wow, this is a lot worse than what I thought it was."
And then the advent of TV was another time where it really put a shock to the system and got a lot of change done, because it was like, wow, we can see this violence again happening. And now, like, I feel like social media is like the new iteration of that.
Yeah,
in so many ways.
So many people that have like just popped on a Facebook Live when something was really terrible going on, and like to a point it's kind of kicked us in the ass a little bit because people are getting like desensitized to it.
Yeah.
But then there are still instances where it does come through. Like with Aleppo, like it wasn't until that very young child and that iconic photo of him was being spread around that people were like, we need to pay attention to what's going on here. And like it shouldn't take that level of extreme graphic violence to show up on our social feeds to actually give a shit about other humans. But unfortunately, that is what it takes. And like we just really need to be
we need to be on the ball with this,
especially when it comes to like the press being silenced. Like we it's very serious, and like I get it, it's different in different countries with the freedom of press and everything like that, but here in America it is important, and it should be important everywhere. But it is in our Constitution that we need to be able to have freedom of speech and freedom of the press. We need to have an unbiased look at what's going on, and we need to fucking share what is happening.
This is the government of the people, and we deserve to see what is going on within our government.
Because it's not going to be free if we can't have that.
Yep.
So
I'm feeling like I'm worried, but I'm also feeling really motivated right now.
I feel like revolution is coming, though.
Yeah.
It just sucks that it's coming after like such a great positive change from Obama's campaign, because people like to admit, people like pretend that he didn't do anything, and he did.
He did a lot of stuff.
He changed our economy. Like people have there's so many more jobs, and then people that knock social media, which is also giving more people jobs.
Yeah,
like it's incredible, and we were on the right path, and we've had many strides that have been very important. But right now we're in like a roadblock, because I can tell that like a lot of things are going to be blocked from being put through to legislation.
Yeah.
Like good bills that like we, you know, and I say good, but like what I believe in, okay? Like I get it. Like we all have different opinions, but like, you know, having this fucking like bathroom bill going on in North Carolina, like things like that should not be passed.
Yeah.
And like, I just hope...
Going back on things that we've already passed, too. It's like this government's like a fucking cyclical thing where it's like, okay, here it is. Nope, we're taking it away. Here it is. Nope, take it away.
And it's the fucking Electoral College. It's just like, that's the only way Republicans are getting into office is because of the Electoral College. And that's why they're not upset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened with Gore. But, you know... We gotta stay optimistic, and we gotta stay motivated, and that's my message to all of you.
This fucking shitty quote, I think it's from like Batman. It's like, night is always darkest before the dawn.
Please don't do this to me right now.
Like, we can do it. We'll do it.
Oh my god.
So, let's move on to some of the things that are going on. So, Rachel finished Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. Bitch. She's here.
So, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm, like, I literally got 2 pages into Deathly Hallows, and I was like, I'm going to take a break for a moment because I don't want to go through it. Like,
yeah. I know, I'm so sad that you're here, but I'm also happy you're here. It's like mixed emotions.
It's nice because I'll finally be on everyone's same page, and then you won't have to worry about keeping spoilers away from me, because I've, of course, been spoiled on so many things, but, like, it's just, like, the most casual, like, way of being spoiled, like a BuzzFeed quiz or something like that. Like, not even for a quiz about Harry Potter. It'll just, like, randomly have a Harry Potter question because, like, of course, I'm the last person to fucking read it. Yeah. So I know what I'm signing up for. But I guess it'll be a lot easier when I'm fucking done.
So you said as of now...
I still think Order of the Phoenix is my favorite so far. Except for Chamber of Secrets. And all of them.
I know, they're all fantastic. Now I think I refuse to pick which one is my least favorite because it's just like... It's just like...
I'm still going to read them in order, too. I would never, like, read them out of order just by, like, which one I like most. It's stupid. So, Order of the Phoenix, I think, is my favorite.
Yeah.
As of right now. But, of course, Half-Blood Prince, getting all of that backstory that you were, like, hyping up about Voldemort was really good.
Yeah.
And also, we did watch the movie, and the kid that they have playing, like, very, very young Tom Riddle,
and then, orphanage.
Like, Tom Riddle at Hogwarts... I swear, like, it looked like they just took that kid and then used, like, CGI to age him slightly.
It was, like, fantastic.
I can't believe those are 2 different people that are not already related.
I know, it's wild. And we looked it up because we were like,
Who is this kid?
Who is this? And you guys, I don't know if anybody else knew this, but you won't believe who the teenage Hogwarts one is.
You won't believe what number 7 is.
If any of you have watched Fear the Walking Dead, the son with the long hair, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
That is him. Like, and I was like shook. I was
Normally,
like,
I pick these things out immediately.
Yeah.
Because I saw one of Pansy Parkinson.
Yeah.
Is what's her face from the Vampire Diaries.
She was one of the heretics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. One of Vampire Diaries' best queer characters, in my opinion. I loved her.
So that was just wild. I didn't know that, but did you like the movie?
I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I think, weren't you telling me that this is the one that people hate the most?
I feel like that's what I usually see, that people don't like this movie.
I thought it was, I mean, of course, I'm just expecting everything to get, like, cut out at this point, but I liked the way it was shot. I thought it was very beautiful.
Yeah. It was because of the additional scenes and stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like...
I forgot how long the burrow scene is. Like,
yeah, I was so surprised. I was like,
it adds nothing to the plot. Like,
instead
really
of having, okay, so I was so shocked by Bill getting attacked by Fenrir in the book. And so they don't show that, of course, even though I know in Deathly Hallows they have his fucking wedding, right?
Yeah, but it's just
so
like so
you don't even have
place,
the context of like, because I liked in the book, like, I was liking the plot. It's a very small plot that really isn't keeping that much of my attention, but it's like with Fleur and how nobody really likes her, but the thing is like he gets slashed to shit, and then she's just like, what do you mean I'm not gonna marry him? Like, of course I am. Like, what the fuck? And then they were all like, oh shit, we like Fleur, she's not a flop. And so they're gonna have that wedding in the Deathly Hallows, so I'm like, why wouldn't they just give them like the context? Because it makes, I'm assuming, I haven't gotten to the wedding part, but like I'm assuming it's gonna be like that much more emotional because he like survived that attack and everything, and like they're still happy.
And like
I know it's one of the last happy moments
you see like
of
Bill,
the series.
you see Bill in the movie, but it's like
he's fine.
No, he has like scars on his face, but it's just like you don't really know. Like, you barely even see Bill in the movies whatsoever.
They barely even explain Fenrir, his fucking dark ass past.
To think about it, I don't even know if you see Bill before
the wedding.
Like, before this movie. I don't even know if you see him in the movies before this. Like,
I don't remember.
I don't really
I'd have to rewatch.
I don't think they're at the Triwizard, or not Triwizard, the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think they're there. I don't think I've seen him anywhere else in movies. It's like the first time he shows up, and it's like, okay, who is this guy?
Like, when you're watching the movie, you see Fenrir, and like, I know who he is because I just read it. But like, if I were watching this and didn't read it, I'd be like, who the fuck is this hairy guy? Like, what's going on? What's the context here? And then they do like slightly explain it, but obviously read the books, guys. You knew that. Anyway, so I'm enjoying it. I see, that's the thing. Like, I knew what happened to Dumbledore. And because that's like the number one thing everybody says, there's like Snape killed Dumbledore, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, so to have all the context to how that really plays out, even though I knew it slightly, but just to read it and have the context there was very satisfying.
You were at the height of like your Tumblring when like
that book came out,
and Deathly Hallows and stuff.
So I got everybody's like crazy like long reads about it, you know. And I get it, a lot of people like don't like Snape, and I haven't formed my opinion yet. I'm waiting until I get to the chapter to form my own opinion, because there are some people that are like, yes, he's the greatest, like character development, woo, and then there's other people that are like, that was not enough of a redemption for him. I will let you guys know my unbiased opinion about that when it gets to it. Because I know right now the book is trying to get me to believe that he's bad and that he's fucking everybody over. That's the thing. In the movie, they don't ever tell Harry that, like, he was the one, Snape, that listened to the prophecy and, was the person that told Voldemort and in turn got his parents killed. Like, they didn't even have that revelation in the movie, and I thought that was one of the most shocking parts of this book.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know that one. So, right now, I think you're supposed to be like, fuck Snape, especially because he just killed Dumbledore, and you don't understand why, except for, in my head, I'm like, oh, it's just because he had the unbreakable curse unbreakable vow. To, you know...
Finish the
Jeeves.
I was going to say deed and job turned into Jeeves.
But, I mean... I get that, like, there's different ulterior motives, and I'm betting that it's going to end with, like, you finding out that, like, Dumbledore should have trusted him the whole time. So, I get it, but we'll see how it goes.
There's a lot of things that you don't know going into Deathly Hallows, and I'm excited for you to see...
I literally just know who dies, that's it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you to get the Dumbledore backstories and stuff like that, so I can tell you what the fucking Fantastic Beasts theories are and everything.
Yeah, apparently there's a bunch of theories that I can't know
yet. It's really only one that I... see, but it's a big one. So I'm excited for you to get all of this information.
I'm going to read it very slowly, and I still do have Cursed Child, which I'm going to read. I don't care what you haters say out there. I'm still going to fucking read it.
I still fucking enjoyed it. I don't care. It's whatever. I think it's fucking canon. I'm not going to say it's a shitty fanfic. Like, it's
still
there.
Canon. Like, so I will read it, especially since, like, I've just read the whole series, so I'll have, like, a very fresh look at, like, everything that happened, so I feel like all the flashbacks and time jumps will all, like, be fresh in my memory of, like, where they're going.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm pumped. And, you know, we still got 2 more movies then, technically, and we started playing the second half of the Harry Potter Lego game.
So we're just Harry Potter as fuck right now.
Yeah, it's still happening. But my next goal is to read A Series of Unfortunate Events, because the Netflix show comes out...
tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to watch it until I've read, like, at least the first book again. Because it's been so long, and I want to have all... They said that they were going to have lots of details from the books. And so I want to have, like, a really fresh recollection in my mind before we get into the show.
Sounds good. I would want to maybe do that, too.
Yeah.
One thing before we get into the questions is that I saw this news story just, like, an hour or 2 ago. It was shared by Now This, which I fucking love Now This. It's like
I have
the greatest
friends that work for them.
Yeah, it's the greatest little videos that always pop up on my Twitter, and I watch them all the time because they're quick and good stuff. But they were sharing something about how doing a peace sign in a photo could be a security issue because now
your thumbprint,
and because cameras are getting really high def now, that it was like. I think it was like Japanese scientists or something like that were able to zoom in on a photo enough to get a fingerprint and replicate it, and then they would be able to, like, hack your information.
What about a thumbs up? That's got to be even worse. If you're going, like, direct at the camera with your thumb.
Things like that.
Thumbprint is usually the one.
So they said that, like, this could potentially be, like, a security thing going forward, but they already said that, like, they had developed, like, a film you could put on your fingers if you wanted to do a thumb or a peace sign in a fucking photo, but, like, it won't be available for, like, 2 years.
Or just wear gloves.
Or just not do that, you
or,
know?
Yeah, just make any other gesture. That's wild. I didn't even think about that because, like, with your iPhone and logging in, I mean...
Yeah, everything's going to fucking touch, you know?
Because what would they do? Like, get the picture of it and then make, like, a synthetic thing to put over their hand and then press? Because you need the warmth? Ew.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was, like, shook when I watched that.
It's a good thing that, like... the peace sign is more like hands under the chin.
Yeah, like slapping your fingers across the face.
Yeah, it's like draping, but you only see like your nail debts now, not like your actual pads,
Oh my god.
What a weird world we live in at this point. I get it. I feel like that's the thing with like Snapchat glasses. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because I always say to you, I'm like, it would be so great if I could record what my eyes are seeing, because I always get like these perfect angles and crisp views, but like then you get your phone out and it looks like shit. And so Snap goggles or whatever the fuck, I'm like,
spectacles.
Can you imagine? Because it's just like you see things and then I think you have to like do something in order for it to upload straight to your thing, but you're not like
I feel like you press a button and it takes like the past like however many seconds, like last 10 seconds of what you just saw and puts it up. And
so you're not like previewing it. Like when I'm snapping, like I watch it and then I put it up, you know? And so I can just imagine how many, like, flop things are going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, how many accidental nudes.
Oh, my God.
Because, like, what if you bump the button? Well, I don't know why you would be wearing them if you weren't intending on using them. But, like, what if you bumped the button after you had just, like, I don't know, gotten out of the shower and walked in front of a mirror and then, boom, like...
Or, like, you looked at a computer and you had, like, sensitive information on there. You know what I mean? That. Like...
So, be careful.
All right, well, I guess we should do some questions, but first let's get a word from our sponsor. So today's podcast is brought to you by our friends over at adamandeve.com.
TGIT, more like, thank God it's toys.
Orgasm. I don't know. What? It doesn't even start with a T, but you know what? They've got everything you could possibly want. They've got vibrators, sex toys. Just
you guys fucking know.
Every addition you could possibly want to spice up your sex life. So we have a great deal for you guys, as always. If you go to adamandeve.com and you use code CWC, you'll get 50% off of just about any item. But not only that, you'll also get
free shipping,
free
DVDs, Binch,
3 free adult DVDs, and
the box, the mystery.
Free mystery gift. Yes. So, again, that's at adamandeve.com and use code CWC.
Well, the dog stopped barking.
Wow.
We didn't even fucking talk about that.
Yeah, we totally forgot to talk about that. So
I think we either have, like, new upstairs neighbors or our upstairs neighbors got a new dog, because it's doing the thing, like, when you first get a dog and you have to leave it, I guess, and just, like, crying and barking all day, which, like, it's sad for the dog. Also annoying. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when I have a headache, I'm just like, please, girl.
Goddamn.
Please stop. But, like, they were home, too. Like, I could hear them, like, talking and walking around. So I'm like, why aren't you getting your dog to stop barking? Like, if I had a dog, I'd be, like, perpetually anxious that it was barking when I wasn't home.
Yeah,
you know
like, sometimes
I'd probably have,
like
a fucking device to, like, make sure. Like, a baby monitor or some shit.
Like, if we were, like, if the cats are running around, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, we get worried that, like, people downstairs get be mad that the cats are running up and down the hallway.
Yeah, can they hear their skittering? I don't know. But that's not, like, a throaty bark.
Yeah.
But also, the Chihuahua-esque dog that always sounds like it's dying is gone.
Yeah.
Maybe it finally died. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably just moved. But, like...
I'm kind of sad. It was, like, a token. You know? It scared me, but it was warming to know that it was there.
Scared me, but stable. But it's not... It was only outside, like, every once in a blue moon. It's not like this guy upstairs.
It was like every time that dog was put on the ground, it screamed.
It was like, whoa, this grass feels great. I'm gonna scream. Alright, so we got some questions to answer today.
So I'm a fucking flop, and I didn't ask on Patreon.
Oh my God.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Drag him.
Drag me, please. Drag me to
Maybe we should
filth.
have, like, you know how the Vlogbrothers have, like, punishment if, like, they go over a certain amount of minutes? What if we just, like, drag you and give you a punishment for this?
Oh,
you guys should let us know on Patreon.
I have to eat olives, you know?
Yeah.
But, so I saw a question that relates to fucking Harry Potter, and it's, who is our favorite female character besides Hermione?
Okay.
I know who yours is going to be.
Why?
Because you talk about how much you love her all the time.
Okay, Luna?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was like, wait, what do you mean? I would say besides her, McGonagall.
Those are my faves too.
Okay.
Like, Luna is just fantastic. Like,
I would say my top, like, if I had to rate them, which, like, I feel horrible doing, it'd be McGonagall, Luna, Hermione, and, like, every other woman under there.
Yeah. I'd probably flip McGonagall and Luna, say Luna's my fave, and then McGonagall, and then Hermione.
I just love McGonagall. I mean,
yeah.
And it's just also because it's Maggie Smith.
I know,
which
like,
I know
perfect
makes no
casting.
sense because it's a book, too, but, you know.
It's, like... If I read the books, I definitely picture McGonagall as Maggie Smith. It's perfect.
Like, that's the one thing I guess I'm kind of upset about is, like, I will always picture the actors reading it because I did see them portraying them before I ever read it. So I always wonder, like, what people thought. Like, because Ron's description is, like, besides the red hair, they made him a lot cuter than what he was described as being, probably, which, like, I get. But I think he's supposed to be, like, really tall and, like, have, like, a big nose. And, like,
and Emma Watson had bushy hair in, like, the first movie, and then that was it, you know?
They really smoothed that.
And she never had buck teeth, so...
Yeah, it's fine, you know?
It's whatever.
Harry's eyes, but, like, it's cool.
Oh, my God.
They only did that because he couldn't wear color contacts. They, like, bothered him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, can't they CGI an eye?
Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, they CGI'd Voldemort's whole face. So, like, I don't know. But
they put Voldemort on the back of Quirrell's head in the first movie, so, you know, they could have done something,
like, his nose, they got rid of his nose. Like, if they can delete a nose, think about
what can they do?
They probably just spent too much money on Grop to, like, make that
Oh,
happen.
my God, don't fucking get
And
me.
the burrow burning, that had to cost a lot. Like, the budget went towards, like, the dumbest shit, I feel, and then they left out important things. Like, they totally... Okay, so reading the book... I'm sorry, I'm getting back on Harry Potter.
No, it's okay. I love
reading
it.
The book... when we watched the movie, I was like, why the hell is Ginny here? Like, I just didn't understand.
Especially
in my early YouTube days, people were like, we hate you because you don't like Ginny and you didn't read them. And I'm like, okay, listen.
And there's a lot of Ginny stuff going on in the Half-Blood Prince that's, like, random as fuck if you haven't read the books.
In the book, they have their kiss, and it actually, like, I'm usually not here for the romances, especially in these books where, like, Harry's got a lot on his plate. The last thing he needs to worry about is, like, anyone.
Yeah,
that's
right?
Not, you know what I mean? Like, he's too busy trying to save all of humanity, essentially. So, like... their romance, they were building it up, and I was actually, like, interested. I was like, you know what, this is really cute. I like the whole tension. I like the whole he's not sure if he can even, like, say that he likes her because of Ron. Like, it's cute. And their kiss was, like, after he got, like, detention and he couldn't go to the big Quidditch match, and she basically, like, killed it, and then, like, they just got swept up in the moment and kissed, and it was really cute. In the movie... It is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever witnessed. And then the context was totally different. Like, he's in that room of requirement by himself, hiding his fucking book. Like, she's just there like, here, let me hide this. Close your eyes. And then she just, like, gives him this weak-ass kiss. And I'm just like, why did they do that? They really, like, ruined their romance for me, so...
Oh, shit. Okay, and I do see another question here. Let's just go off with your favorite character...
In general,
and
Sirius
then
Black.
then your least fave character, which is probably going to be controversial.
Shut up! I don't even know if I could say it.
Oh my God! Okay, I don't know which one you're going to say because there's a couple.
Okay, it's not that I don't like them; it's just I don't like them as much as I was led to believe I should. Does that make sense?
I get you.
The hype wasn't there for me. So Sirius is my favorite, I would say. Second favorite is probably Voldemort. Like, because he's complex.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for the complexity. I'm also here for the similarities between him and Harry. I love all of that bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I really like Harry a lot more than I thought I would. I totally vie for him. It's
one of the few times that you're, like, here for the main protagonist. Yeah. You know?
But if I had to be honest, my least faves... Well, who are yours first?
Well, I would say that my fave would be Snape. Like, just because, like...
I haven't gotten there yet.
Like, I went through the journey, like, as the books were coming out, and, like, I just thought he was, like, this terrible fucking person, and then just, like, getting everything that I knew at the end, like, just, like, that character threw me. I had no clue whatsoever.
Who was it before you were revealed Snape's intentions?
I'd probably say Harry, because, like, I really like him as, like... He is very complex, and, like, there's so many things going on, and, like... I don't know, I just felt like I was experiencing this wizarding world just like he was, you know?
And you know what bugs me is just how little, like, everybody talks about, like, how Ron and Hermione are, like, so brave, and, like, they definitely have their fucking moments, but how many times do they doubt Harry? Yeah. It's constant. I did not realize that was going to be a thing. Especially in Half-Blood Prince, like, they were just like, fuck you, like, Draco's not up to anything, just go cry about it with your little scar, bitch. That was my paraphrasing, but... Like, I was getting so frustrated with them. I'm like, just don't you fucking think you should take his word for it?
Yeah,
like,
right?
I don't know, guys. It's just very annoying. I would say my least favorite character, I mean, if I could just throw one out there, it'd be Dobby. Just because I'm like, every time he turns up, I'm like, you little shit.
Oh my god.
But, like, I get it. He has his moments where he, like, saves Harry's ass. And, like, I totally understand that he's not supposed to be the asshole. But, like, I just get annoyed by him. I'm sorry. Other than that, I thought I was gonna like Ron a lot more than I do. And maybe it's just because I get really, like, as an adult, it's hard for me to read him being so jealous. Because every time I meet, like, super envious, jealous people, I'm just like, I don't have time to put energy like that out there.
Yeah, I get you.
So, like, I'm sure, like, if you're growing up with this character, it was
like, totally different. One, like, in my experience growing up with them all, like, I was just like, oh my god.
He's just, like, the least mature. Yeah. And so I have the least amount of... I don't know, like, I just don't identify with him as much. Yeah. So, like, it's not like I don't like him, and he definitely has his moments where he's, like, there and doing good things.
That's his thing, is, like, he's, like, that loyal friend that is always going to be there. Well, not always, because, like...
He does question Harry.
He has these... Move, but they have fine. These quibbles, you know, that, like, between him and Hermione, and then with him and
I'm like, yeah, you can bitch that Harry got left a lot of money, but, like, Harry also endured, like, abuse and has dead parents that he watched die, and you have this, like, giant loving family. Like,
yeah,
I get it. Like, yes, not having money is really tough. Don't get me wrong there. But, like, you know, I don't know. It's just really, I can't imagine being Harry and being like, I can't believe I have to put up with, like, this girl drama. Ron fucking being envious of me. Meanwhile, I'm getting tried, like every literally being year. On trial for many things. And almost getting killed every 10 minutes. It would be a lot.
Yeah.
A big burden. Also, literally finding out that this one orb tells you that you're the only person that can defeat what's going to kill everyone.
Yeah, right.
So, like, I don't know. He's got a lot of pressure. Who's your least favorite?
It's fucking hard to pick a least favorite character.
If I had to pick someone villainous, I still can't, because, like, I love villains.
It's like, I love so many of the characters because they may be terrible, but, you know, I like the character.
Like, I like Bellatrix, even though she is a villain, but she is really irredeemable.
Yeah,
you know?
I like the Dursleys because they are good villains for him at the beginning and stuff.
Yeah,
but like,
I don't really like them, but like, I get them.
You know what I mean?
They're good. They're good plot.
They're good plot, and that's why I don't want to be like, no, I don't like them.
But like, if I had to pick like a boring character,
I'll pick like fucking like Grop, honestly, because
fuck Grop.
Like, for real,
I even like Aragog.
Yeah.
I was actually upset when he, like, was dead.
He was gone?
Yeah. Because I remember there's giant spiders in the movie, in the Deathly Hallows, because I was so mad when we watched that movie, and they're, like, there at the battle, I guess, and they're, like, protecting Hogwarts. And I was like, you fucking told me there's no more spiders! Fuck you! I was so mad. So, like, who are they? I guess I'll find out.
Yeah.
So the rest of his, like, shady-ass friends are, like, actually okay with saving humans? That's pretty crazy.
So. Click, you know?
We'll find out. Ew.
You know, click with the pincers.
I really don't like when the word pincers is used.
Well,
it's like,
no, I'm going to keep using it.
Pincers is mine moist.
Oh my god.
Sorry for everyone out there that just threw up a little bit. So we have a question here from our Twitter hashtag, which is hashtag CoffeeWithChrachel. And this says, where would each chunk choose to go on vacation? I would say Squeezy would go to, like, Seoul.
Yeah.
You know? But he's there on, like, business.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't take a vacation.
Exactly.
He doesn't take a day off.
Lila is going to, like, fucking Harry Potter World or something like that, you know?
She's going to, like, Care Bear Land.
She's going to, like, some crazy amusement park. Like, is not going to be mad about lines and stuff like that. She's just there.
Just happy to
for
get that
happy fun.
Candy.
You know, the, like, pass to go to all the parks in Disney World, like, something like that.
You know what? You know how there's, like, Disney people?
Yeah.
Lila is, like, Disney.
Yeah.
Binch. You know what I mean?
I get that. I feel that.
I get that vibe. Squeezy is probably, like, a... Have you seen The King's Speech? Like, you know what I mean?
God damn it.
Or his favorite movie is, like, American Psycho. Because, like, the businessman vibes and, like, the vicious killer. I don't know.
She'd be like, I watched the original version of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because the American version was so much less. Like, he's that fucking one.
Yeah, he is. Like, have you seen Fight Club more than 10 times? Like, come on.
That's the fucking movie fuckboys,
that
like, go
class
to.
Fuckboy.
Yeah.
He's that Rosebud Binch, okay? We all knew it. And I'm not talking about
Rosebud Binch?
I love using the word Rosebud out of nowhere.
So what is your go-to condiment?
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say condom. I was like, I don't fucking have to be in charge of that right now.
Go-to condiment is gonna probably
vinegar.
Yeah, I mean for you, totally. I get that.
If I wasn't gonna choose that, it would be mustard. Whole grain, bitch. Spicy.
That's a question. That's a tough one. I'm gonna be really fucking basic and pick ketchup.
What?
Because I really like it. Don't judge me. Oh my god.
Judging.
Something really random, but for whatever reason the other day I saw like cornhole pop up.
Oh yeah, we were watching like House Hunters and they were like, this is a great backyard to play cornhole, and I was like, what the fuck is cornhole?
And I was like, you never heard of cornhole? Like,
of course Chris, the leader of the corn tribe, knows.
And so it's like the game where like you have these two like wooden like things with holes in them on the ground.
The holes.
And you have to like throw these bean bags and get it into the hole. Like it's like a backyard fucking barbecue game.
Let's be honest, I've never played it, but I might have played like an abridged version in like gym class where there's always a bean bag toss.
Yeah, it's basically just a bean bag toss, except it's not between two people or anything.
It's between two corns.
Yeah, two corns on a cob,
I mean, I've played my fair share of horseshoes in a backyard. And that's just like...
To be honest, I've never played horseshoes, but I obviously know what it is.
I'm bad at it because it's hard, honestly. Y'all mentioned before that CWC is more profitable than Rachel's YouTube channel was. How does making money off of a podcast work? Royalties? It's the advertisements.
Advertisement, and then also the binge roonies that help us on Patreon. That's something else that helps us out, but mainly the advertisement.
It's mainly, yeah, because like YouTube AdSense, like it's very bare minimum, like literally... So many people cannot make a living off of just the AdSense, and like it's kind of like we're doing like sponsored videos or whatever, but like podcasts, and it's just more consistent. And
I like the podcasting way of doing quote unquote sponsored content
because it literally works as just like, hey, here's a fucking plug. Like,
here's
we obviously
an ad,
know that we need to like use this to keep the fucking show on the air. Like that's basically like the deal there, and like it works as like a radio ad. It's not as weird as doing a video. Video can be really stressful, and like it's
because a video is so short, and then like
you also want to find content for your videos that fits your like theme, and like since this podcast is kind of like we talk about whatever we want, there's not really like an ad that we couldn't do unless it was like for a brand that we didn't like support.
Yeah, that's the only
which
thing.
Like of course you're never gonna hear fucking brands that we don't support on this show. Like I'm not a fucking asshole. Jesus Christ, when the milk people were trying to come on our door.
Oh my god,
like, I cannot promote dairy.
Yeah, not doing that.
But yeah, that's how it works for us.
Speaking of dairy, we have a question. What's our favorite dairy alternatives?
I mean, in my coffee, it's still that soy creamer from
the Wildwood creamer. Fantastic stuff.
That's what I'm using right now.
I'm going to say, only because I've had it on the burgers that we get out at the vegan restaurant, the Daiya cheese.
Is it Daiya or Daiya? We don't know.
Daiya, that has... It really just tastes like fucking cheese to me. Like, it's really good. It's like the cheddar, I think. I haven't
bought any of like the actual cheese to use in recipes at home. I'm literally just going for like cheese lists. But like when I get a burger at that restaurant, I get it with the cheese.
We actually just tried vegan mayo for the first time.
It's literally the same thing.
That was really good.
I mean, it's not because there's no eggs, but like it tastes amazing. Like I don't use mayo often, but like if you're making like a dip or something and you like use the mayo as like a binder, like it's it's fine. It's not like mayo.
A nice 3-ring binder,
Yeah. Oh my god. Whenever they would snap you like on your skin.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Rip.
Stop.
Rip me. Hey Rachel, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Glossier's new moisturizer. They know me so well. Since you're a dry desert bincho, do you think it's worth investing in?
I love that everybody knows that you're just the desert.
I know. I did order it. I haven't received it in the mail yet, so I will let you guys know. I'll probably like snap about it or whatever. My Snapchat is Rachel Whitehurst if you're interested, because that's where I do like my mini reviews and stuff. But like, yeah, I haven't gotten it in the mail yet, but I'll let you know. I'm hoping it's good because I didn't like the first one that they came out with. It was like a priming moisturizer, and it was just, it didn't prime your skin. Like, it was nicely moisturizing, but it wasn't enough. Are you guys labeling your diet as vegan now? How strict is it? I wouldn't say like I wouldn't feel comfortable, just because like there's times where I try food and it's definitely not vegan.
If I say vegan, it's just because
that recipe is vegan.
And also like that's just a term that most people wouldn't like. I say that and people
like,
understand.
We're plant-based, but like once you get off the internet, no one knows what the fuck that means. They're like, oh, so you're out there eating leaves? Like, what's going on?
God.
But like when I post like I like to say the word vegan when I'm like, this is this vegan dish that I made, so that people know that, like, if they wanted to replicate the dish and they also had, like, a dairy restriction or, like, whatever, then they would know that it's vegan. Like, just how, like, food is labeled vegan and not plant-based, you know what I mean?
Because if you say plant-based, you could take that as it's based on fucking plants, but it still has other things in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, plant-based to me, like, is also, I don't know, it's weird because it's like, you'd think that it just means, like, oh, you're eating a vegan diet, but you're not, like, applying that to the rest of your life. But also for me, like, the way that when I wasn't eating this way and I was hearing people calling themselves plant-based, I was like, oh, so that must mean that they, like, are into, like, raw foods only, like, don't eat any processed things.
That's
I feel
just
like
raw vegan.
Like, yeah, we do eat, like, pretty generally healthy, but, like, I'm also eating my fucking chips whenever, and,
I'm gonna get those Girl Scout cookies, like, you know.
Yeah, like, other processed things that, like, it's not often, but it's like, you know, she still has them. So, like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable, like, you know, being like, I'm a vegan person, like, on the internet, because then it's just, like, how it comes with a whole host of responsibilities, and honestly, I cannot, like, stress myself out about something as personal as food, because body image and everything, it comes into play, and so I just eat, like, 99.9% vegan food, and
yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Vibe.
If we had to technically label it, I guess we are just plant-based, eating a plant-based diet.
But yeah, I just feel like that makes it seem like I'm, like, a raw person, or, like, I only eat fresh ingredients, which, like, better pizza Papa John's, you know? Just kidding.
So then the last question is going to be, what are both of our thoughts on tattoos, and would we ever get one? Do we have any ideas?
I mean, we've probably talked about it. Like, I'm definitely pro tattoo. I just haven't gotten one.
Yeah, I'm pro tattoos. You want to get a tattoo, whatever. My
goal, honestly, like, part of me wants to get it done this year because I do know what I want. And I don't want to, like, even say it just because, like, not that I'm like, oh, don't copy me. I'm just like, I'd rather just keep that to myself until I make that decision and not let anyone else influence me, you know? But, like, it's definitely something that, like, I would never feel comfortable doing unless I, like, thought about it a lot and, like, know exactly where I want to get it and what it's going to be. Maybe that'll change after I get my first one. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, like, one of my goals for this year is possibly getting one. It's just I have an artist in Seattle that I really like, too. So I'm like, it's just, I know it's probably tough to get an appointment.
Yeah.
Because she'd be popular. So we'll find out.
I'm not against tattoos, and I would totally get one. I'm just like, I haven't really put too much thought into it, and I will never get one until like I know there's something definitively I want that on my body. Not that it has to be something that's like, oh, this is like this
leaf represents every step I took. Like, I get it. Like, I want it to have some sort of meaning, but, like, you can also choose something that's, like, timeless that you think would never, like, go out of style. It could just be a
pretty piece of art, you know what I mean?
Art is also meaningful.
Yeah, so it's
because a lot of people, they just go to their artist, and, like, if their artist has like a specific look, like, something that I want, the artist that I really like does a lot of really cool things with hands.
Yeah.
And I never really would have thought, like, doing something with hands, because hands themselves, like, don't really mean shit to me, but now I have, like, an idea of what I want involving the hands, because it kind of takes in the artist's perspective and, like, what they're good at and what their, like, niche is.
Yeah.
And so, like, that is also, you know, something that people do. They're like, oh, this person's known for this, so I'm going to get one of their, because you're literally just, like, having their art on your body. Like, it's not so much, like, I mean, it can be exactly what you want to, but, like, that's why I'm going to this specific person, because I like their style, and I'm like, yes.
I think maybe what we could do is we could start a new thread up on our subreddit, and you guys could, if you want to, share photos of any tattoos that you guys have. Yes. I think that'd be really cool. I'd like to see what you guys have gotten.
Yeah, let's start that up.
That'd be really fucking cool.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, we should go over to Binch Town.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for dealing with my fucking voice. I feel like it got better throughout the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't hear a dog barking.
Yeah.
The cats slept through the whole thing, so that's fantastic.
Very proud of them. Blessed chunks. They don't always do that. They're, like, not always this well behaved, I must say.
Yeah, you know.
They knew
they
today.
Bark
they were
sometimes.
Like, you already have to deal with another 4-legged binch. Like, I'm not going to do it, too, so.
Oh, they're so cute. I'm just looking at them now.
I know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for having a cup of coffee with us. Binches, get your ears primed and ready.
Oh, my God. Stop.
And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.
Okay, Binch Bunches. Today we decided to make you fucking candles again because we need to order some.
What scent are you?
Let's start off with Nicole Dowling, who is coal burning stove.
Alicia McKee is fresh keyed car.
Kimberly Proza is spicy kimchi.
Sammy Jessam is just desserts.
Ooh. Kayla Harding is pickles and capers.
Amazing. Alicia Schreiner is summer sunshine.
Bailey Lynn is bay window.
Jackie Goldfarb is golden sunsets or showers.
Oh, Sloan Nolan is slow snowfall.
Sarah Booth is bubbling booth water.
Megan Rackley is megogany antique wood.
You like that? Kate Convery is Concord grapes.
Taylor Collins is tasty cupcake.
Emma Corbeil is emerald skies.
Heather Ann is angelic peony.
Sloan Fuller is delightful bouquet.
Angelica Feliz is summer in Belize.
Sonia Vaz-Brun is fresh brewed coffee. That'd be a great candle.
Taylor Hancock is handmade bread.
Sabrina Hughes is ocean breeze.
Fiona is fig trees.
Stephanie Oliver is nutmeg and allspice.
Melanie Weldon is melted chocolate.
Sylvia Ehrlichman Gross is silver and gold.
Juanita Cara is cardamom tea.
Annie Wynn is winter icicles.
Cassandra Lee is leaves of fave.
A fucking great candle. Emma Nygren is midnight snack. What is that going to be like?
Courtney Hall is kneaded dough.
Becca Jansen is January frost.
Angela Sue is soothing winds.
So big. Michelle North is sandy shells.
Aaron Bray is bay breeze.
Jada Goshi is crisp, clean sheets.
My Elizabeth is fresh Meyer lemon.
Yes. Ishbel Mendez is Mentos and diet soda.
It just explodes when you light it.
Yeah, not great.
Talia Miller is tall trees.
Kat Vallejos is Misty Valley.
Margarita is toasted marshmallow.
Avery Labelson is very vanilla.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is dotted blossomed daisies.
Chloe Archer is clothes on the line.
Anthony Hood is freshly washed hoodie.
Mariah Hanna is hand-picked apples.
Liz Holbrook is musty library book.
Me. Jennifer Habgood is wet dog fur.
Madison Greer is green eggs and ham.
Madison Wolf is wolfing down these tots.
Megan McNally is egg salad.
Wow. Skylar Medley is clear skies.
Megan Press is new Prius smell.
Amazing. Corey Springfield is frolicking fields.
Ilka is milk and cookies.
Jax is waxing gibbous.
Nicole Allen is cold brewed coffee.
Courtney White is white sand beaches.
Bridget Carey Davis is Dave and Buster's sweat.
Jennifer Cornwell is well water. What?
Sophia Cock is cockroach in summer.
Ash Roselle is rose water and patchouli.
Jackie Burkhart is chocolate hearts.
Beth Fonseca is lazy day bath.
Jackie Bergiulio is jackfruit medley.
Christina Contreras is crystal caves.
Catherine Simpson is simply lemon.
Marlene Naj is maraschino cherry.
Ian Murphy is Smurf blue.
Rebecca O'Donnell is odorous oranges.
Kendall Berg is well done burger.
Allie McGregor is gorgeous gardenia.
Megan Grilly is barbecue grill.
Chloe Ireland is the luck of the Irish.
Great movie.
We don't know what that means.
Taga Roach is roasted hazelnuts.
Haley Cadwalder is hailstorm.
Camellia Mulkey is malted milkshake.
I still don't really know what it means to be malted.
I don't know.
Maddie Pullman is maypole bacon.
Amanda Marie is mandarin orange slices.
Allison Francois is French linens.
Caitlin Whalen is whale watching.
Just, she's out there whale watching.
That's the scent, the salty ocean.
Cody Robinson is fresh coat of paint.
Lauren Chavone is freshly mown grass.
Dana Daly is flaky Danish.
Megan Wilson is sun-kissed daisies.
Claire Wood is creamy cedarwood, bitch.
Kelly Adams is additional raspberries.
My favorite. Anna Hernandez is bananas Foster.
Jenna Gordonier is autumn gourds.
Sarah is seared tilapia on a nice cedarwood plank.
That's a long title.
Yeah.
Vlyn Drew is drooping willow.
Bridget Dubin is bridges across America.
Hillary Gay is rolling spring hills.
Mackenzie Knight is summer's night.
Rachel Evans is eventually going to get Bath & Body Works candles instead of Yankee Candle.
Honestly, Yankee Candle, they just always have that, you just get that black soot all over.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Even if you trim the wick, bitch, don't even get me started. I have full wax pools here. Like, I'm snuffing it. Like, it's fine.
So the other benches are actually shopping at Bath & Body Works for their candles.
They're in line. They've got their marshmallow fireside candle. We've got Ashley Riefenberger,
Johanna Jensen,
Rebecca Edmondson,
Mallory,
Allie Malone,
Kathleen Wynn,
and Rose Barnett. So thanks, guys, for supporting the show.
You guys are the best. Hope you guys are happy that we're going to be back to 2 a week.
And if you're not... Oh my god! I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint. But yeah, we will see you guys on Sunday.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.